These are made to match the color of Chanel bags specifically, so if it does what it's supposed to, and I really hope it does because it's going on my bag, the black should match my bag color perfectly. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, She's French, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, my name is Jenna. I'm a French girl based out of California, and I make videos about curating your life French girl style. I would love to invite you to subscribe if you're not already, and if you'd like to find me on Instagram, my Instagram is @shesfrench, so just like this channel, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe. So for today's video, I wanted to touch a little bit on closet maintenance. I plan to do a full video on my favorite products, but these are actually some new products that I figured I would try with you before including them in my big closet maintenance favorites video. So to give you a little bit of context, if you're new, we talk a lot about minimalism on this channel as well as fashion, among other things. I love good design, but I am a minimalist, so everything kind of revolves around that ultimately. So I recently bought a Chanel bag, and I'll link the video right here. I had a lot to say about it because of course it was such a major purchase. It's actually my only bag, and when I bought it secondhand because this isn't a bag that you can go into the store and buy anymore. So I knew it had a couple flaws that I wanted to fix. I first reached out to the company Leather Surgeons, which is a well-known company that will restore handbags. They quoted me a very steep quote, and I felt like perhaps they would have done a beautiful restoration, but I didn't think the bag needed all of that. So I kind of went on my own route to see if there was some products that you could find that kind of just can help you do a little bit of touching up on your bags as you wear them. Wear and tear happens. I mean, ultimately it's clothing, it's accessories. It happens. So this would be perfect for me to just kind of fix right now and then also use to maintain the bag over time, because of course this is something that I really want to take care of. I take really good care of everything I own, but this specifically, it's really important to care for. So I'm gonna be trying products from the brand Havre De Luxe. I always try to say with an American accent, and I literally don't know how to say it, but that is the brand. They sell a range of products for handbag care specifically. So let me show you what I got. Let's do a little unboxing. I've actually had the package for a little while, but I really wanted to test this on camera because I feel like I had to really search to find these products. So hopefully this is helpful to somebody, because I think these products can work on your leather goods like accessories, shoes, but also it doesn't have to be for a designer bag. If you have anything that this may work for, I think it's worth using. So here's my little package. The first product is actually the product that made me place the order in the first place. It is their little leather restoring pen. I was really excited about this because that's what I had the most concern about, was matching the color of the bag. These are made to match the color of Chanel bags specifically, so if it does what it's supposed to, and I really hope it does because it's going on my bag, the black should match my bag color perfectly. So that's the first thing. The next product is their deodorizer. Sorry if it's going a little bit out of focus. I don't know what this smells like yet, so I guess let's test it. It smells really fresh. It smells like clean laundry. I think a little bit like lavender as well. I was a little bit worried about this one because I'm very particular about scents, and I was terrified that this would not smell good. It smells really good. It's very mild. I think the main thing that this is supposed to do is to, of course, remove odor, but it does have a little something to mask it as well. So it smells very good. And the next products I got are their little trio kit. This is their cleanser, their conditioner, and also their protector. So kind of like your three main steps that you would take to take care of your leather goods. They do sell a mitt that you can use to apply the products, but I'll be using my own little microfiber towels. I got these at the Japanese dollar store Daiso. I really recommend going there if you have one near you. I love everything in there. And there's no reason to spend a lot of money on this. I feel like the mitt would be really cool, but I think this can do the same thing. I'm really hoping that these products will be exactly what I need and something that I can add to my little closet maintenance arsenal. So first, I'm gonna show you the little flaws I'm fixing, and then we're just gonna start fixing. Here is the bag. It's in good condition. This is a little bit crinkled, but that is how it's supposed to be. I have a couple dust bags in there to keep it stuffed, just so that it holds its structure as I do this, because it's much easier to work from. And let me show you some of the main little issues. So you can see here in the corner, there's a decent scratch right there. There's also a couple along here. Those are a little bit noticeable. There's some that only really show when there's a little bit of shine. So there's one right here, very subtle, but I would like to fix it. There's also a couple in the back. You can see one here. They're much less noticeable, but if I can tackle them all, then perfect. There's really no issues with this upper part. It does have a couple creases, but just by stuffing the bag, I've been able to get rid of some of these creases. They're a little bit noticeable, but if you're familiar with this bag, I've seen some of these where the creases were very, very deep. This is very minor. You can't really tell, especially when it's stuffed. I also purchased a custom liner for inside just to keep it in there all the time so that it won't fold on itself in that specific area. And eventually I think that this will help with it coming out. I think conditioning the leather should be helpful as well, but it's not hugely noticeable. I think it's really that I'm just a major perfectionist. But you know, this is an investment, so of course I want to take care of it. And if there's anything that I'm able to fix, then why not try? So yeah, let's try the little products. So they're all the same size. I'm not gonna lie, from the website, I thought they were gonna be a little bit bigger, but I think that this size is reasonable considering what you're doing with them. I don't know that you're gonna empty out the whole bottle on one bag. I think that this should last you a very long time. First things first, we're gonna do the antibacterial cleanser. On the back of this, it says that it kills bacteria, prevents mold, and just to apply evenly over fabric or leather and blot or wipe to remove soiling, allowed to dry before moving on to the next steps. So pretty standard. I'm gonna start on the back just to make sure, but I'm not really concerned about this doing any damage. I'm gonna be wrestling with the straps a little bit, but it's no big deal. I'm using my little Daiso cloth. It goes on clear. Kind of just wiping. I actually had a little mark right here and it's almost buffing it out. Don't want to scrub too hard because I don't want to cause more, but I don't know if you can see that it's kind of just going away. Interesting. Completely gone. This corner is the major problem area. I'm sure that they don't look like this at leather surgeon, but I'm doing my best. So in that corner, the scratches, I'm so sorry for the light. They're definitely visible, so we will need the pen for those. It does look nice and shiny, not sticky. I do like the spray. And I've seen some videos of people just like wiping the top of their bags and they're really dirty. So far, mine's very, very clean, so that's pretty good. I'm happy to see that I wasn't just carrying around a bunch of dirt. It's feeling dry. I think we can move on to the conditioner and the pen. I'm gonna start with the pen. I'm honestly just the most excited about that. I'm gonna test it on the back first, just somewhere that it's less visible, just to make sure. And then we will do the front. I'll probably test it on this little guy right here. It's so minor, but it makes a difference. So here it is, has the ink in it, definitely a deep black. So, or should I try it on this one? Let's do this one. I'm gonna sacrifice one of these. I dabbed very gently and there we go. You can see it just a little bit. It said that it needs about 2 to 3 coats to fully cover, but that looks pretty good. I feel like we can tackle the front ones now. Okay, so it's drying. As you can tell, it looks very good. It's reflecting the light a little bit because it's still wet, but I do plan to go in and buff it out one last time so that there's no visible little streaks where the pen was. But I'm pretty impressed because those corners, you definitely could see that there was some scratches and some damage. Now I just want to condition the upper part, so let's do that. So the conditioner reads, nourishing conditioner with added UV filter. Shake well before use. After cleansing, apply evenly over leather using a microfiber cloth. Wipe away any excess product and allow to dry before progressing to step 3, which is going to be that sealer. After conditioning, we always recommend protecting with our water repellent. So we're gonna do exactly that. I'm noticing that I have some black on my fingers. Yeah, I was wiping one finger and then I saw it on the other one. And then when I was done with that finger, I saw it on another one. I think we're good. So this one has a little pump, so I'm gonna do the pump onto the cloth and then take the cloth to the bag. I'm gonna shake. I was wondering if it had a smell. No smell. I do like how that applies. It looks a little bit shiny. That actually made a huge difference on the bottom, but in like the regular way, not in a way that it shouldn't be. It looks very clean and like brand new. See that? It's not dry just yet, but oh. All right, so I put it over everything. Looks nice and healthy right now. And I also put it over the front, kind of just lightly dabbing on the areas where I put the pen so I wouldn't just take it all off. Now I'm gonna spray it with the sealer, and I'm gonna spray the inside as well with the deodorizer. For the deodorizer, it reads, neutralizes and removes odors while gently cleansing and refreshing. Shake well before use. Safe to use on leather and fabric, unsuitable for suede. Spray product onto desired surface using a clean cloth to dry off any residue. Allow to fully dry before use and reuse when necessary. I guess I'll just kind of spray the outer part of the bag and then inside mostly. I'm just gonna use my last one, just get rid of any extra spray. It smells really good. I don't know that it's fully lavender, but it's really nice. It's very similar. And last but not least, for the water and stain guard, it reads, the ultimate protection for your handbags and shoes. Shake well before use. Ensure you spray between 10 to 20 centimeters from item. Allow to fully dry before use. So I guess we will do just that. I'm gonna do it at like arm's reach. That's about 10 to 20 centimeters. This one definitely has the most like cleaning like scent to all of them. The other ones are very, very pleasant, and the conditioner doesn't have a scent. This one does not smell delicious. I really don't like that one. I'm sure it's for a certain purpose. I did not like the smell of that at all. I'm gonna give it one more spray of the deodorizer. Here it is. I'm gonna let it fully dry and then I'll be right back and we can talk about it and do our kind of final thoughts on all this. All right, guys, I have it on cinematic to really focus in on the bag. So overall, I find that the bag is really refreshed. I don't know that I can say that maybe it looks new because I've never had this bag new. I bought it secondhand, but I really do think that the bag looks great. I can really tell a difference in this area. It looks really refreshed. It still has that little crease right here, but I think that this will slowly kind of fade and get better. And then I told you I got the liner to really help with that too, to not promote any new creases from happening. In terms of the bottom, the pen made a huge difference. You'll remember I had big scratches in the corner here and then a good amount of texture over here. You can't really see the texture as much, but the scratches really are gone. The scratches were so bothersome for me. I really noticed them. I knew that there was something that could be done about it, but I wasn't sure how. So this definitely helped a ton. I think that to fully restore a bag, this would help, but I really think you should enlist the professionals for that. And I may do that in a few years. Who knows if the bag needs it. But I think that right now that definitely helped me to kind of get through those little issues that I was encountering. And I'm really happy with how everything turned out, especially for doing it myself. I think I would compare this to doing skincare, for example. You may not see a huge difference, but perhaps over time you will. I wish I had more bags to test it on, but this is the only one. I asked my husband Ryan if he could tell the difference, and he said that he could. So I think that says a lot in itself. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you found this helpful. I know that this was very niche content, but I think that if you're kind of here for the vibe of my channel, then this makes a lot of sense because it's all about having a tiny closet, minimalist lifestyle. Of course, with a tiny closet, you want to maintain what you have. So my last clip decided to get corrupted. My bad, you guys, but I just wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of this channel. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.